And welcome back to episode 124 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm, late to his own motherfucking funeral, King. That's what we
Yeah,
giving
what's
you today.
hell yeah, you know it too. What's
Late to
going on, Cliff?
everything, G.
Late.
It's alright.
And if
Nah,
I'm
we
on
coolin'. How
time,
you feeling?
ma'am, hey, nah, what? Went from doubtful to probable with my latest sickness, but I'm good,
Listen,
man. I feel good. I feel good.
that's all that matters, G. Bounce
You
back.
know?
The show must go on.
Right, we here and we got some things to talk about,
Right.
huh?
It's a early one. We got things to do today, so we
Uh,
decided to give y'all one early just so we could get it out the way.
Early boy.
But
What you want
well,
to
let's
start with?
start with what you know. Let's start with the NFL, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
not much to touch on, much, but certain things I can see being a conversation. Number one, I guess we can knock that out. Jarvis Landry to the Saints.
Yes. Thoughts?
I mean, it's a good move for him, right? You said, like Britt said in the chat, he coming home. You know what I'm
Coming
saying?
home.
That's where he from. It makes sense to go there. It's a good move for him. As far as production, I don't know what you produce at the moment with the Saints.
Right.
I think there's a lot going on with the Sean Payton stepping down as coach.
Mm-hmm.
They got so clearly you're gonna have a new coaching situation. You still got my guy. I like Jameis Winston as a quarterback, but he's not consistently there, right?
He's not. Nah.
So bringing Jarvis Landry in is a good security wide receiver, but my issue is you don't have a security quarterback.
You don't.
So I think they should at least. I don't think they need to invest in a starting quarterback because I think Jameis Winston is your guy.
Right.
But you need to invest in a B level backup because
Yeah, you
Tannehill
do.
showed you clearly he couldn't get it done.
Yeah, he's not. Nah. Yeah, I like the pickup, like you said, with Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas, and it's the rookie Chris. How do you say it again, Cliff? Chris
Olave
Olave.
from Ohio State University. Congrats to my little brother. Graduated last week from the
Yes,
Ohio
sir.
State.
Congrats. Congrats to Cliff's little brother Dom. But yeah, man, like I like the addition, Cliff, but I just don't know with Sean Payton being gone, like you said, Jameis Winston being the starter, if that's going to be enough, for the Saints.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
but the NFC is weaker than the AFC. We agreed on,
Right.
so it may be enough for the NFC, potentially the NFC,
Right.
but I don't think it's going to be a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Right. No. I think that if you have a healthy Jameis Winston for
Right.
at least 12 of the 17 games, they are in the playoffs. I think they are in the playoffs. I don't think that they have enough to win it. And even if the Saints shock the world and they come out of the NFC, I don't think they have enough to beat an AFC
I
team.
don't think so either. There's so many, so many.
And
I
it's
mean,
weird to say an AFC team because I don't just mean like any of them. But really, when you go down the list, it's kind of tough. Like any of them is like, damn, like I don't know what's going on, like the power shift that happened. But it's kind of weird. It's a tip scale. You know, it's not even in no regard. Like even when you look at the NBA, it's somewhat even. You know, for a while the West was dominant, and now it's leaning more to the East, but the West is still right there. This is like that. Like far a gap
It
between the
is.
two.
It is. And speaking of that, not to, jump ahead, but just to show the relevancy or the correlation, I should say,
Right.
I see that former Rams/Patriots running back Sony Michel had signed with the Dolphins around May the 9th, a couple of days ago. So to your point, once again, AFC team, Dolphins are trying to be on the rise. Tyreek Hill, Tua, Waddle. You got Sony Michel at running back, apparently. Defense is decent. Like, AFC is tough, is the point that I was saying. Like you said, AFC is tough.
It lets you know how much these motherfuckers in the front offices really play chess. Because it's not for no reason that you see it happening the way you see it happening. Like the AFC, right? Like, AFC's all in right now. Everybody's fighting to get the best team in the AFC. But meanwhile, you look at the NFC and you see nobody fighting.
Right. Not really.
Right?
Not really. Yeah,
I mean, nobody. Like, as far as like trades or acquisitions go, nothing.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take the draft and that's it. Because right now it's like the NFC is waiting for the power shift to shift back. And they know that it's going to, right? So nobody is. You would think that at least one team in the NFC would be like, nah, we hoarding everybody too. We getting everybody just like the AFC is. But nope, they just like, nah, y'all do it. We're going to sit back. Y'all can have this season. We're waiting until our time comes. And when it does, the South will rise again.
So you know what? Speaking of that pendulum, so to speak.
Right? That's a good
Cliff, did you hear the latest about Tom Brady on his next move? Did you hear that?
Nah.
What he's going to do after football? You didn't hear that yet?
Oh, after football? No. What?
So as of May the 10th, I heard it myself. But
he's going to come out with a affordable men's fashion business attire brand.
I wouldn't doubt that. But one thing that's guaranteed that he's going to do, and check this out, this is crazy. But whatever. So Tom Brady to join Fox Sports as lead NFL analyst upon retirement.
I mean, that makes sense.
The lead.
But why Fox Sports? Well, I guess, yeah, because ESPN's locked in.
I'll tell you why, Cliff.
ESPN's locked in, though. Right. But ESPN, you got to understand, ESPN would take them as we speak. The issue is, when it comes to football, it's always aired on public TV. You know what I'm saying? The games on Sundays come on Fox, ABC, NBC, one of those things. You'll see a game on Sunday. Now, the NFL Network, ESPN may cover one of them other ones, but Tom ain't going to get seen if he's not on live TV.
He got the lead analyst role, Cliff.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
But fuck that lead analyst shit. The question is, we know you're the better quarterback, but are you the better announcer than Tony Romo? Tony Romo was amazing as an announcer. Tony Romo was calling plays before plays got called.
What happened?
Right. He was like, so it's 3rd and 5. They're probably going to come out with, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, like Tony Romo's on this shit. Is Tom Brady going to be doing that?
That's a good point, Cliff, because it's kind of like players, right? Well, because Tom Brady is a player. So it's like the players that became coaches. Maybe not every player. Maybe you were a good player, but maybe you might not be and become a good coach or an analyst. You don't know. That's going to be interesting. You're right. That is interesting. But yeah, after he does retire, he has a deal with Fox to be their lead analyst.
And I want to hear him.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
It doesn't say when the contract starts, because that'll let us know when he's retiring.
That's what I was thinking of too. That's why I kind of feel like, to be honest, I kind of feel like this is truly his last season. I know we thought it was this year, and he said psych. But
yeah, I think right.
But I think, Cliff, because I could be wrong, but how long is Fox going to say, we want you, we have a deal with you,
forever?
But we got to to you. I mean, they
forever.
could, like,
They
they
are going
could.
to. That's for Tom Brady for forever.
That's
But
true.
the thing is, on the opposite side of the fence, is Tom Brady retired last year without an ace in the hole.
Mm,
See, there's only one thing when you're an athlete like that that's addicted to the game. It's only one thing that can distract you to a point of retirement, and that's having something else that you can devote yourself to.
like golf or something, yeah.
Right, whatever it is, whether it's active, whether it's inactive, you know what I'm saying? You start to see ex-athletes podcasting now.
That's true.
Cause you need something to devote yourself to, something to take you. It's like no other addiction, or it's like any other addiction. You know what I'm saying? You'll think about it if you're not doing something.
That's true.
So do something, and you won't want to get back out on that football field. But that feeling's never gonna leave Tom Brady as long as he's on this earth. Even when he's 65, he's gonna be thinking, I can throw farther than half these motherfuckers.
Right.
And he probably can at 65. But we know you can't compete in all other aspects of the game. So you have to find your vice once you leave the game.
Right.
So, yeah, I think you are absolutely correct. I think that marks the end of his career, because now I have a vice once I leave my addiction.
Oh, that's true. I see what you're saying. Like I'm still close to the game, basically.
And I have something else that I can be addicted to now. I can't play any longer, but I still love to watch and analyze and talk about
it. Yeah.
So now this puts me in a firm position that I feel comfortable leaving the game.
And your schedule and training is not going to be nearly as extensive as it is now.
He's only going to be needed once a week.
Right.
The issue is that with a person like Tom Brady, he's like me. He's going to be doing notes all week long, preparing for that
one
right.
time.
Right.
It's going to be good to see.
I'm not comparing myself to Brady in no way. I'm just saying that I have that addictive personality where it's like, no, if I'm going to do this, it has to be done. I have to have
certain way.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I can appreciate that. And I also see that whether we call him Coach White Mike or Light Mike, I see that he lost the edge rusher Cliff. It says NFL.com
losses, but go ahead.
Veteran edge rusher Jerry Hughes signs with the Texans. I never heard of him, but the Bills lost the edge rusher and Jerry Hughes. He signed with the Texans on Wednesday.
I don't think Mike would be concerned about that because I haven't heard of him either.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike probably knows him more than we do, but the fact that we haven't heard of his name means that you're not that big of a deal. Like to where we're sweating the loss. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And
I don't. And I've watched a fair amount of Bills games. I don't ever remember.
Well, and I also, so what's funny is I'm looking at, remember we talked about also a couple weeks ago, you were like, who is the Raiders' second string quarterback? Who else is it behind?
Right.
Mariota left. So May 12th, it says Patriots trading quarterback Jarrett Stidham to Raiders. I'm not sure if you heard about it. And it says the Patriots are trading Stidham and a 7th round pick to the Raiders in exchange for a 6th round pick. 6.
So basically like a sign and trade situation.
So y'all gave away. So y'all are getting him in a 7th round, and you're giving away a 6th round.
We're getting a 6th for giving away him in a 7th.
So you're getting a 7 in the quarterback, and you're giving away.
Oh, okay. We're giving away the 6. Okay, so vice versa. Okay.
Any thoughts? And do you know much about Stidham? I guess. I mean,
I've heard the name.
I have too. I don't really know much about him.
Yeah, I've heard the name, but I'm not going to act like I know of his career. By no means do I. but I will say that's a questionable trade. You just saw the Brian Edwards trade?
No, the dot connector just came on in me.
Yeah, give me something.
Josh McDaniels is your new coach. We know that he's been a long time offensive coordinator in New England for the most part.
Yep.
Which means he must know more than we know, or things that we don't know about Jarrett Stidham.
I don't think that that's the case, because it sounds like it was a sign-and trade. It sounds like the Patriots just acquired him to trade him to the Raiders. Doesn't sound like they had long-term history with him.
No, the Patriots already had him. They already had him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've had him for a while, Cliff. Like, Stidham's been on that Patriots team for a while. You see what I'm saying?
No, that makes perfect sense then.
But if Josh McDaniels coached him and knows what he's potentially capable of, I just thought maybe he's like, let me bring my guy over here.
Now, we talked about aces in the hole or something, card up your sleeve. I'm telling you, you are going to need one with Derek Carr. You're going to need one. You're going to need at least somebody else that you have confidence in if you're taking over that coaching role.
Right.
Because if you don't have somebody you can rely on and you're just expected to do this with this guy that hasn't been able to do this before, and your job is on the line,
that's a problem.
You're a dumb coach if you're not trying to come up with a contingency plan. And I just don't think that Derek Carr is the guy to get it done. Don't get me wrong. I think he has enough skill to where he could win a Super Bowl.
Right.
But that means that the stars have to align for that to happen. It's not like he's going to fight his way through it. The stars are aligning and he's getting lucky. Yo, I'm in your... He said, yo, JV is so fucking dumb. He said, yo, I'm your only viewer. What team you think win in NFC North?
JV don't even watch. I'm surprised he even said that.
That's him. Clash with JV.
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Might not be JV. But listen, well, whoever it is, we appreciate it. Who we think winning the AFC North? If I'm being honest,
AFC North, I gotta go with Cincinnati. That Natty team's crazy, Cliff.
You right.
Hey, and Cliff, they only got better. AFC North. He said
no. He said NFC North. Hey, I was Siri, about to say, ask the Cincinnati AFC.
Hey Siri, what teams are in the NFC North? Hey Siri, what teams are in the NFC North?
The answer I found is Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, and Minnesota Vikings.
I think the two top teams are going to be the Packers and the Lions.
Over the Vikings, Cliff?
Yeah.
Hold on. You would take Jared Goff and the Lions?
No. Give me the Lions and the Vikings. I'm tripping.
So you would take Jared Goff over Aaron Rodgers and the Packers?
Yeah. This year. This year.
The MVP?
Yeah, this year. Well, what is the MVP? You didn't even make it to the NFC Conference Championship.
No, I'm not saying that they would even do that in any capacity this year, last year, year before.
Right.
I'm just saying as far as like the division goes, my top two would be the Packers and Vikings. Over
they
the
said
Lions.
I'm going with the Packers. It's going to be tough. They said with Devontae though. I know they mean without Devontae though. But right. Who's your replacement? Sammy Watkins?
I mean, Sammy Watkins. I mean, you could try him.
Who's your replacement? Sammy Watkins?
No.
Who?
Hey, no, hold up. They got somebody. No, they got somebody. I thought
Sammy Watkins.
But I mean, saying besides him, I thought they got somebody else.
I haven't heard of anybody else they got besides Sammy. But
Oh, yeah.
it's not enough. It's not enough. Also, I got nothing to do with the JV. You guys are talking. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, G. My fault,
I thought
G.
so. I thought so. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Okay, my fault, G. But we appreciate the comments. He said, also, I got nothing to do with the JV you guys are talking about. I'm just random account I created a while ago. Yeah, nah, appreciate it.
They got Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb still. And yeah, they got Sammy
He
Watkins.
said Christian Watson is going to pop off.
Christian Watson is on the team, it says. They got Aaron Jones.
I really don't know, man. Like, everything that both of y'all are saying, the chat and, I mean, I understand it, right? But I really don't. I think the Packers are on a downswing currently. I think mentally and what's the word for it? Not like money, but like your trades that you've made they look like last acts of a desperate man, in my opinion. And I feel like everybody is desperate, right? Because you just lost Devontae. You're worried about Rodgers because he doesn't have too much longer left either, and he's been complaining about you not giving him any targets.
Right.
So now it's like, well, shit, we kept Rodgers, Devontae's gone. Let's get Sammy and try to snatch up whatever we can. That's not what Rodgers was asking for in the beginning, though.
Right.
If y'all had handled that when he was asking for it in the beginning, you wouldn't be in this position.
I agree. I mean, but it's still Aaron. Like, so.
I think Detroit is going to shock a lot of people this year.
And they could.
Now, let's be 100. I know that's a jump out the window statement. So I can see it being the Vikings taking the conference.
Right.
And then Packers or a Detroit fight for 2 and 3. I can see that.
I just think Detroit. I mean, Cliff, do we even know who Detroit's head coach is? You know what I'm saying? Who is the Lions head coach?
I don't know off the top of my head. That's a good point, but
I can't sit there and say this guy's gonna beat out Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers.
But all the with the draft picks that they just got,
Aiden Hutchinson. Now
not
Cliff.
just Aiden Hutchinson, even though he's from that team up north. I'm not just talking about Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, the other draft picks.
Listen, let me school you for a second, real quick.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Through them. They got like 7 picks. They got 3 defensive ends, or I'm sorry, 2 defensive ends, 2 linebackers, a couple wide receivers.
Yeah, let me look here.
I got it right here.
Okay, Cliff. Aiden. Okay, Jamison Williams, good pickup, Cliff. Aiden Hutchinson, good pickup, Cliff. Now the rest of them, I mean, we'll see. We don't know if it's going to be good. We'll see. But the first 2, absolutely.
Yeah, no, we don't know factually, but I'm saying like that's that. Regardless, that's an improvement. And like I've been saying for so many years now, what's his name? Matt Stafford and Jared Goff are interchangeable. They're fucking changeable. They're the same quarterback.
Matt Stafford's way better than Jared Goff.
That's what motherfuckers say. That's what they say.
You know who I think is interchangeable in that compare? So I'll say Matt Ryan and Matt Stafford.
No. Jared Goff and Matt Stafford are interchangeable. Clash with JV said they are definitely not going to be as good as Rodgers can work with anybody. No, I agree with that. Yeah, Rodgers is one of those he's one of the best. I'm not taking nothing away from Rodgers. I'm just saying the Packers haven't done a good job putting pieces around him to succeed, as I've been preaching on this podcast for the past year.
Well, maybe the Packers are taking the Patriots approach.
Then
go ahead. I was going to say, remember when the Patriots did that to Tom Brady? Remember they weren't really adding no pieces and shit?
Right. No, you're right. But that's what I'm saying. You only have so much longer with this quarterback. with one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. Wouldn't you want to go all in while you had him instead of? It just doesn't make sense to me. But Clash with JV said, "You're right with Detroit. I'm saying they gonna go 8-9. I can see that. Way better than last year. Hutchinson is literally a beast. You are absolutely correct. Jamison Williams is gonna get Jared Goff some huge help. He says Stafford is a little greater than Goff right now, but it's close."
I agree, but I think it's more than a little, because Stafford was putting up numbers in Detroit and St. Louis.
What's that mean, though?
Goff only put up numbers in St. Louis when he had been putting up some numbers.
But he got traded to Detroit, the lowest team. That was the lowest team in the conference. How do you expect him to go from the almost Super Bowl winning Jared Goff to somebody who can put up similar numbers in the worst team? He went from the best in the NFC to the worst in one trade.
Right.
So you can't hold his stats to the same regard because he's not in the same position.
Right.
But as far as talent goes, I don't really see a difference. I mean, Stafford may edge him out a bit, but I don't really see a difference in the two.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought the Stafford was better than Goff, but like I said, I mean, they're, maybe they are more similar than that.
I just myself, and that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's correct.
Right.
I'm just saying what I see. They're interchangeable. I wouldn't care if I had either or. Clash with JV came back. He said it's hard to compare when they're not on the same team. I mean, you can say though they were both on each other's team, but Super Bowl contender to first pick contender, you just can't. I get what you're saying. And then at the same time, you feel me? Jared Goff went up against the great Tom Brady. And not only the great Tom Brady, but the great Bill Belichick as well. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. That's different. True. That's different. When you look at a Matt Stafford who's playing the team, it's their first time there. It's your first time at the dance.
I mean, that's true.
I don't think that was their... Yeah, I think that might have been their first time ever.
Who?
Cincinnati?
Oh, yeah.
Cincinnati ain't been to a Super Bowl before then?
I believe so.
I don't think so. Carson Palmer was close to getting them there. But
right.
He broke his knee that year or whatever happened to him.
Or his ACL or something.
Yeah, something like that. You said what?
Stop, man. You hear about Jerry Jeudy?
Clash with JV said, I'm just going with Packers 1, Vikings 2, Lions 3, Bears 4. I mean, I'm not gonna say, and he said both your points are valid. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that's a bad lineup there. The only thing that would throw a wrench in all of our gears is let Justin Fields go off this year in Chicago.
Man, I don't think he will.
I don't either, but it's a possibility. It's not that he don't got it in him. He showed you he got it in him last year.
I mean,
he just needs some help.
I mean, I might be biased, Cliff, but you know my take on Ohio State quarterback.
I'm with you. And I'm on that same bias with you. And I'm an Ohio State Buckeye fan.
To the end.
Till the end. But I'm on that take with you. I don't agree. I'm not confident in Ohio State quarterbacks either.
Yeah, they just don't get set up for success as well in the NFL, it seems like. I don't know.
But I don't think that they get coached well in college.
That could be it too.
They want you to run anyway, you know? Mm-hmm. We're not so focused on you controlling the pocket. We want you to take off.
And that might be why some of them quarterbacks is transferring out. Some of them players is transferring. Didn't you say Jameson Williams, speaking to him, was an Ohio State guy and he transferred to Ben?
He started there.
Right.
You got to do what's best for you.
At the end of the day.
Clash with JB said it is very much a possibility, even though he had a horrible O-line, definitely. He had some chances and he blew them. Yeah, he's going to blow shit, though. Justin Fields is going to blow shit. He said, I don't think he's going to get much better next year. That is a very safe assessment. I guess some of it is hope as an Ohio State Buckeye fan. Some of it is hope. But I do think he has the talent. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's preparation. I don't know what it is. But I do think he has the talent. He's just not producing. That's a tough spot to be in, though, too. You know?
Yeah.
Going to the Bears is weird, too, because the Bears are...
The Bears.
Not even a rebuild, right? Like, they're trying to find their identity again since they lost Urlacher and all them.
Yeah, Charles Tillman, Urlacher.
They were the best squad. They were the best defense in the league for years back then. And then...
Them and the Ravens.
Right.
Panthers, too.
But, fuck them. Fuck all that. Fuck that NFC shit. Let's go to my squad.
Yeah, Brian Edwards. I see it now.
Man, I'm upset. I'm upset.
Is that why your dad sent that text, you think, from the Hit the Showers chat about the Falcons? I don't know if you've seen it
Well,
yesterday.
no, my dad's been talking about
Atlanta?
Yeah, because Marcus Mariota just hasn't had a fair shake, and I do agree with that.
Okay.
He just hadn't had a fair shake, and I do think him going to a new team with the weapons that he has now, with Pitts and what's his name from Notre Dame? What's his name?
Oh, yeah. They got Calvin Ridley, Pitts, and I know who you're talking about.
Damn, I can't think of his name. But now you just added Brian Edwards. Now, here's the thing, right? Because the reason why I'm upset is because we gave them Brian Edwards and a 2023 7th round pick. We only got a 2023 6th in return.
Drake London.
That nigga's a beast, too. That's what I'm saying, man. He's a beast. And now you got Brian Edwards on top of that? And my whole thing is you gave him in a 7th for a 6th. And then, let's be honest, now you got Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow. You think Hunter Renfrow's a 2? He's a 3. Hunter Renfrow is a 3 wide receiver. You need him in the slot. Quick shit. But you can't just line him up on the opposite side of Devontae Adams and expect him to do damage. That's not his style.
Y'all still got Darren Waller, right?
Right. But I'm just thinking from the wide receiver standpoint.
Yeah.
The Raiders are thinking from a targeting standpoint, and they like Devontae Adams and Waller are good enough with Hunter Renfrow on 3rd downs and pickup yards.
That's exactly.
But no, who's your 2 receiver now?
Right.
Now that you gave away Edwards, who's your 2? Because Edwards was the one when Ruggs went to, deal with his situation.
Man.
JV said, you're so right. Justin Fields is going to struggle. I bet if he got drafted to the Pats and got the O-line, he would be a whole different QB. I agree with that. He just didn't get a chance. Desmond Ridder going to be 500 when he retires. I'm not leaving till I get a ring. I've been saying Desmond Ridder's the one to watch out for this season forever too. Motherfuckers don't listen to me till somebody else says it, Malk. I see you making that face, and now that you hear it in the chat, you like, is this nigga right? He might be right. Yes, I am right.
Man.
He also said, what's your favorite team? This is my first time on the channel. My favorite team is well, now the Las Vegas Raiders. And Malcolm's punk ass favorite team is the Eagles, who I do think is going to do very well this year.
We're flying, Cliff. We're trying to fly out here. We're trying to fly out here, Cliff. We're trying to spread our wings out here, Cliff. After we win something, we're trying to come out here.
Stupid. I do think y'all are going to do well this year.
I hope so, man.
I do. Well, first of all, y'all got the third easiest.
You seen
schedule.
that? So you seen you seen my text.
Yeah, that's dangerous, right? Because I think that y'all have improved. Speaking of that, I want to run through this power ranking real quick.
Yeah. Do your thing.
And we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But power rankings as far as teams that have improved with drafts and acquisitions, NFL.com has it ranked 1 through 10. I only did 1 through 10.
Okay.
The Bills, the Rams,
okay,
the Buccaneers,
okay,
the Bengals, the 49ers, the Packers,
okay,
the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Raiders.
And that's who's done the most?
Like I don't agree with that.
My Eagles ain't on there?
That's what I was saying. And that's me. Like me, I was thinking to myself, like, where's the Eagles? Where's the Falcons? Where's the Dolphins?
Right.
Where are all the low-tier teams that were making moves to get better?
Were the Broncos on there, you said, Cliff?
Broncos were 8.
Okay.
And it's crazy how 7 through 10 is the AFC West.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's going to be the toughest.
Oh, he's a Cardinals fan? He said, go Birds. Oh, no. He said he's a Philly fan. Let me find out Mount got a motherfucking co-signer in the chat, man.
Let's get it.
He said the schedule is so easy, we're going to make play. Oh, I thought y'all was going to make the playoffs regardless. He said might even grab the NFC East. I think it's possible. I'm not going to argue with that. And you know I like to down y'all as much as I can. But I'm not going to argue with that statement. I also thought with that strength of schedule and all that, it is very possible y'all can grab the NFC East if y'all play it right.
Yeah, I think the NFC East is always up for grabs, as we talked about the NFC least. But I just, like we talked about last week, I don't know if the NFC conference is truly going to be something we can win.
Contend with, but you got to understand, most of them are going to knock each other off. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have to go through every tough team in the NFC. They're going to knock each other off, and then you're going to end up seeing whoever at the end. I don't even know, as much as they got the Buccaneers at 3, how much improvement did you make? You got some offensive linemen and shit. How much improvement did you really fucking make? You think that that's enough?
Right. And they lost, AB ain't there. Alex Kappa, all-pro guard, went to the Cincinnati with Burrow.
Right.
I don't know why the Bucs is on there, but hell, Richard Sherman ain't even coming back. I don't think they even brought him back for next year. Richard Sherman.
I think you need him even on your bench.
A player coach.
Yeah, you need a Richard Sherman. Real talk. JB said people are hating on the Chiefs because Tyreek is gone. Mahomes is gonna prove everyone wrong. He got Sky Moore and Juju. They still got a solid wide receiver core. Travis Kelce can carry if the wide receivers can't. They got Valdez Scantling too.
See, the Chiefs are always going to be all right because Andy Reid is a mastermind.
Right. Offensive mastermind.
Offensive mastermind, yes.
Now they do, and that's my biggest concern, JV, is you haven't made improvements with your defense so much.
Isn't their coordinator Cliff still that one guy we wanted to get a coaching position, but they won't give him one?
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, it's gonna bug me. But
I think they did get a couple.
The enemy.
Yeah, I think they did get either a tackle or an edge rush, but you gave away Tyrone Matthew. Like you need a DB. You need DBs. Like Kansas City needs DBs right now. Their defense is what's giving them up from winning. And you can't just focus on the offense.
They need a lot of help on defense.
He said, JV said, my grandpa used to love Andy when he was on the Eagles. I did too.
Andy?
Andy Reid.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I did too. I just kept getting pissed that his big ass to start sweating in NFC Championship. Donovan McNabb's puking. You remember that, Cliff? Tell me the year you remember when we had T.O. McNabb.
Y'all blew it. 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 I was rooting for y'all too, and y'all blew it.
Hey, Cliff, that's the year Donovan McNabb kept doing them chunky soups with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that motherfucker.
That's y'all blew that shit.
His mom be like, mom, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, can you win on the field? Fuck this.
Listen, can she give you some plays? Put her in the skybox. Tell her to call you some plays down here.
What can she give you? Because remember, T.O. I know we kind of got on it randomly, but remember, T.O. kept saying that he kept throwing up and McNabb was throwing up in the huddle and shit. Remember, they still got beef. So, anyways, yes, I loved Andy, but that was just the whole mess towards the end. So I get it. But I did love Andy. I can't.
I actually said that. I said that. JV said I just wanted the Eagles to get Matthew so much.
I did too.
We have no solid safeties. I said that. I said that that's who y'all needed. I don't know why y'all didn't pick them up. Why y'all didn't pick
Gilmore? Stephen Gilmore's still out there, Cliff. We ain't get him.
Listen, I said that exact shit, JV. I said that exact shit. But we gonna move on. Let's move on to the boxing real quick because we don't have much time left. Probably about
20 or
25 minutes at the most. But I want to shout out the Russian, even though they at war, Dmitry Bivol. He whooped on Canelo Alvarez last week.
I meant to call you after that. Yeah, I was in Richmond and Brant was watching it through
he
the.
Whooped on Canelo Alvarez.
Bar.
He didn't whoop on him, but he whooped on him.
Brant said he whooped on him.
Nobody's touched Canelo like that since Mayweather.
So that was a shocker that Canelo lost, huh?
Period. He even said it after the fight. He said, congrats to, they was like, how you feel about the victory? And he was like, congrats to everybody that bet on me. Congratulations. Yeah, you know they made bread. And I heard that they're not giving him all of his purse because of the whole Russia shit. Like, he hasn't received all of his pay because of the war with Russia. But that's fucked up because you allowed him to fight.
Right.
The issue in the beginning was, should we even allow him to fight? And they let him fight. So now that you let him fight, pay that man. Right. I don't give a fuck who's at war. Pay that man.
Right.
He put his shit on the line. Time to pay him.
Yeah, he performs it at his acts of service. What y'all talking about?
JV said gotta head out. Might be back for another stream. Yeah, definitely catch us, JV. We on Wednesdays and Saturdays. We appreciate you chatting with us. Yep, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell them to troll if you wanna. Just get back and you be safe. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, they not trying to pay that man. I think that's foul. That's foul as fuck.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's foul as fuck. If you allowed him to produce money for the United States on United States soil, pay that man what he helped y'all produce.
Right. Like, why are y'all holding his money?
He's not Russia, right? It's not like he is Russia. He's Russian, but you don't even know if he supports the war. Like, why are you treating him as if he's the enemy as well?
It don't surprise me, Cliff. You see they gave Brittany Griner another 30 days in detention in Russia.
But listen, from that standpoint, I get it. If I was Russian and they allowed a Russian to fight in the United States and they didn't pay him, I'm definitely giving Brittany Griner extra time.
Right.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna pay my guy? Yep, give her 30 more days.
Oh, the U.S. didn't pay this Russian guy.
The Russian fighter that beat Canelo. They didn't pay him. They didn't pay him all his money. Because of the war situation. Because, they shut down all the Russian OnlyFans accounts. All the Russian porn actresses and all that. They've been shutting all that shit down. So the argument was because they're shutting everything down so Russians can't make money here, why are we allowing Dmitry Bivol to fight? But he's fighting because he's great. Because y'all need him to fight because it's a good fight.
Right.
So if you're going to allow him to fight, you pay that man his money. So what I'm saying is, if I'm Russia and I see that y'all ain't paying my man his money, and we got an American captive, regardless of who it is, give him 30 more days. Give him 30 more days, and that's being nice. 30 days? That's being nice. Now, of course, it's a Russian jail, but Brittany Griner's also 6'11". I doubt she has too many problems with them Russian hoes.
Right.
Unless they all jumping on her, I doubt I doubt they're pressing on Brittany Griner like that. Is what I'm getting at. She's probably having fun playing cards. Not having fun. Let me retract. But you know what I mean.
Shit.
Like chilling out. Like it's not,
as bad as we think. Who knows?
Now it could be, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it for somebody like Brittany Griner, because you're still a treasure, right? And if I'm Russia, we can't hurt you. You know what I mean? We can't mess up the treasure, because then it's not worth as much.
Right. And don't you play overseas for Russia?
Yeah.
Isn't that why she's over there? Mm-hmm.
And they love it. That's what I'm saying. They love her there too. So
there's some value.
Right. They're not just doing her awful.
Right.
They're not doing her like if one of us was locked up in Russia.
Shit.
If you an American with no ties, they're doing I bet they're doing you dirty.
What value do you have?
Nothing.
Right.
They do whatever. Fuck you over. Right. They about to fuck you over.
On some crazy shit.
On some weird shit, I bet.
Right. That probably would be some weird shit, didn't they? Yeah.
On some weird shit. But
put a broom up his ass.
All that. I'm telling you. But I just feel like the Bevo win. Bevo won that fight with timing. Pure timing. All straight punches. That's all he threw was ones and twos. Jabs and straights down the middle. And those are the hardest punches to counter. It's a lot easier to counter a hook or an uppercut, but when somebody's throwing all straight punches, it's a lot harder to counter them, especially when they're taller and longer than you are. That's how he won the fight. He won it with straight punches and timing. He also had good footwork. He stayed off the ropes. He danced around Canelo. He didn't fall for any of Canelo's traps. It was just a great straight up fight for Bevo. He just, in my opinion, he beat him all the way around.
He did what he needed to do.
Beat him all the way around. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was just a clean win for Bevo. And I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan. That's one of my favorite fighters next to Gervonta Davis and Jaron Ennis, who fights tonight.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he fights tonight. We'll get to that. But Bevo won. Even though I'm a fan, I'm not impartial. I will tell you who I think really pulled it out, and Bevo got that win. So congrats to him. America, pay that motherfucking man. Pay that man. Ain't no reason you punishing him. Pay that man.
Hey.
And then tonight is the Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano 2. That's for Undisputed. That's for all the belts. Last fight ended in a draw. They both tied. So this is the tiebreaker. I thought the first fight, Brian Castano won. I honestly thought Brian Castano won that fight. I understand why it was a draw, because Jermell Charlo is the draw. Like, he was the better fighter, so we don't want to take away the better fighter's belts, because we can still make money off of them. So let's just make it a tie.
Right, okay.
So I get it. If Brian Castano was in Jermell Charlo's shoes, he would have won. But because Jermell is the bigger name, we'll make it a draw so we can do a rematch and make more money. So
let's
get that.
Yeah, I see how they do. Yeah.
But in my opinion, that was Brian's fight. But Jermell is 34-1 with one draw against his next opponent with 18 KOs. Brian Castano is 17-0-1 with 12 KOs. I think if I'm giving a prediction on this fight, I think I don't know that Brian Castano has the same effect that he had in the first one. Just because he knows what he's facing now. I'm hoping he makes the necessary adjustments. But I don't really see Castano changing his game. I see him, he's a Mexican style. You know, head down, move forward, keep punching.
Right.
I'll take punishment to give punishment. And I feel like that's where Jermell fucked up last time, is he fell into the trap of, I'll trade with you then, and we'll both just be giving punishment. Nah, be pretty. Dance around him. Make him look dumb. He didn't do that last time, and I think you'll see a little bit more of that this time if he doesn't get caught in trying to go for the knockout. That's my biggest fear. Because if he tries to go for the knockout from round one, I'm edging it to Brian Castano. But I think we see Jermell Charlo by split decision this evening.
Split decision, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's an easy fight. I don't think he gets it by shutout, and I definitely don't think he knocks him out.
Is this one of the main eventers, Cliff? Like,
no, this is the main event.
Oh, this is the main event.
Yeah,
okay.
Boots is on the undercard. That's the next fight we gonna talk about, and then we gonna wrap it up.
You watching the?
Oh no, we gonna talk about one other fight after that, and we gonna wrap it up. What'd you say?
You watching the Charlo fight tonight or what?
I don't know, man. I know a few people that are watching it, but I guess, you know, me going where I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
2 hours there, 2 hours back. I don't know if I'm gonna be in the mood to be going anywhere else when I get home.
Probably not. To keep it a buck, so I don't think I would be, but
right.
Yeah.
So I doubt it.
Yeah, at that point you chill at the crib, but yeah.
We also got a late game tomorrow too, so it's not like, you know, it's not like I can't go to bed late. So I might. We'll see. We'll see how that works.
Right.
But my guy, one of my favorites, is on the undercard, Jerron Boots Ennis, out of Philly. Currently 28-0 with 1 no contest, 26 KOs.
I gotta check him out. He got that Philly swagger. Okay.
Man, that's the truth. That's the next face of boxing. Jerron Ennis is the next face of boxing.
I heard of him. I feel like I've heard his name.
Man, that nigga is a monster. He's fighting Castillo Clayton, who's also undefeated, 19-0 with 1 draw. No, I think his is a no contest too.
What weight class is this fight?
147 welterweight. So that's the weight with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford and all the greats. So that's what I'm saying. This is a good one. But Castillo Clayton 19-0 with 0-1 with 12 KOs. This is by far Ennis' toughest matchup he's faced. But if I'm just giving a quick prediction, I'm giving it Jerron Ennis by 10th round TKO. I don't think he makes it past the 10th round. I don't care. Okay. Only way is if he catches him with one. If Castillo Clayton catches him with a clean one, it's going to be trouble. But that's the only way I can really see him winning.
So is this going to be a match more of like speed and technique?
For Jerron.
For welterweight?
For Jerron, Castillo Clayton is a power puncher.
Okay. Even as a welterweight?
He has technique, but he's a power puncher. So he's trying to get close enough to you to set up heavy shots.
Okay.
Jerron Ennis is, even though his record would indicate he's a power puncher, out of 28 fights, you knocked out 26 of them. The reason he gets his knockouts is because he's precise. I'm not missing shots. I'm banging you all throughout this fight, and eventually you're gonna go.
It's chestnut checker.
Right. I'm not trying to load up for the knockout, but eventually you're out of there.
That's dangerous. I'm not going in. It's just, yeah.
I'm just touching you up, looking pretty, and then eventually when I see you stagger, I'm gonna turn up the gas, and you're out of there.
It's a marathon, not a sprint type shit.
Yeah, he's I think he's the smartest and most dangerous fighter we have out right now.
That's dangerous. Just being smart. It's not even just about skill, as you know, as a boxer or former boxer, whatever, boxing knowledge, whatever, boxing man, more than me. But yeah, you can have hands, but if you don't have the technique and you don't have all that other shit,
all that, the thinking, the you got to be sneaky. You got to set traps. I have to force you to do what I want you to do.
Right.
And if you're not, if all that's not working right at one moment,
right, you gonna slip,
man.
Your footwork.
I've done it. I've done it. I've lost just because I wasn't thinking correctly. Like I wasn't adding it all up. I was just focusing on one thing.
Yeah. I
know what that feels like.
I'm about to try to check that match out somehow.
That's gonna be a good one. That one's gonna be a good. That's on the undercard of the Jamel.
What's it coming on? Fight. Showtime or what?
Well, Jamel Charlo is a PBC fighter.
Oh, it's coming on.
It might be on Showtime pay-per-view now that I think about it.
Yeah, probably that.
Probably Showtime, because Ennis isn't signed to anybody, but he usually does fight Showtime. So it's probably Showtime pay-per-view.
I bet. Okay.
And then shout out to Fernando Vargas Jr. He fights tonight.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he's currently 5-0. No knockouts, but I mean it's still the early in his career.
On the come up.
Yeah, he's fighting Terrence Jarman, who's 3-0.
Okay.
That's gonna be interesting. I mean, but it's still a young buck fight,
Right.
Like they're not deep in their careers yet. They're still getting out of amateurs.
They're still getting their feet wet.
Right, and amateurs don't fight the same as pros, so
yeah, it's
probably gonna be an entertaining fight, but it'll probably be a little more fast paced and sloppy than what we're used to seeing.
More like an amateur style.
Right. Like within the first 10 fights, it looks like an amateur fight with no headgear. So I don't. But he also, Fernando Vargas has sparred with Junior, has sparred with Gervonta Davis. So it's not like he hadn't been in there with the greats. He knows what he's doing, but it's still gonna be an ugly fight, in my opinion. And then the only other thing I wanted to bring up is Gervonta fights next Saturday versus Rolly Romero, 26-0. Gervonta Davis with 24 knockouts fights Rolando Romero, 20-0 with 10 knockouts. And just to throw out a quick prediction, I'm calling Tank by beheading.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't even call a knockout. I think he beheads him. I think he knocks his whole head off his shoulders in this fight. I don't even know what round I should throw a round out there. I'm going to say round 5.
Early with it.
Yeah. I just don't think Rolly's skilled enough to stay around. And I know that's wild of me to say round 5. Round 5 does sound crazy. It makes more sense to be around round 7, 8, but I'm gonna say round 5. Round 5, smooth KO, not even a TKO, knocks him out.
He said a smooth KO.
But that's honestly all I got for this. Well, I was about to say
this evening. Yeah. I knew you were about to say it. Yes, sir.
I was about to say this evening. Yeah.
This afternoon.
So, I don't know. You got anything to take us out? Anything to bring up?
Well, shout out to, what is it? Clash JV Clash.
Clash with JV, yeah.
Clash with JV, who is not our JV, by the way.
Right.
Appreciate you tuning in, talking to Cliff and I, giving your thoughts and ideas. We appreciate that. We love.
For sure. And if you want to listen back to the podcast, we are available on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all the major platforms. Definitely check us out there as well. That's where the bread gets cooked.
That's what we got to start remembering, that part right there.
Right. Fuck the YouTube. The bread gets cooked on the podcast.
Right. And the rest of it, if you want the appetizer, well, subscribe, share.
Oh, shit. We didn't even give our hit the showers.
No, I knew I didn't forget. I was going to get mine after this.
I wasn't.
Remind.
I thought this was our wrap up.
Oh
Let's
man.
stop that dead in the tracks. Who's you hit
Well,
the showers?
hit the showers. You put me on blast. Well, you know
You
what?
said you was gonna give yours after this. You wasn't giving shit.
But I hadn't thought of it yet. But I wasn't.
I don't even know who mine is.
You know what, Cliff? My hit the showers. I got you, Cliff. Look, I'm looking dead in the camera for this motherfucker right here.
Okay, I'm looking back.
James motherfucking Harden hit the showers, nigga. What do you have, Cliff? Was it 2? I'm sorry. I'm gonna lower it down. What do you have? 2 points? Was it in the second half or the entire game? He only
took 2 shots in the first. Yeah.
Hit the motherfucking showers.
The second half of the game, I think.
Hit the motherfucking showers, James Harden. It's game 6, nigga. And you, bro, what?
Yeah, James Harden, and I'm not gonna give it to him, but I will say that he definitely deserves that hit the showers.
Bruh. He did worse than Ben Simmons.
He did worse than Ben Simmons. No, fuck it. He did worse than Ben Simmons on the bench. Ben Simmons did better than him in Brooklyn than James did in Philly.
Right, with needles in the back and surgery.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm with you on that. I'm not
giving. Hey, and real quick, Cliff, before you give yours, I want to say this to 2K. If you happen to be ever listening to NBA 2K or NBA 2K23, don't come with that bullshit. That James Harden nigga better be an 80 or 82.
83.
83 better do him like Westbrook. That nigga better not be a 90 or higher. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all better chill out.
Nah, I agree with that. His time is up. That nigga's time is up. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm giving my hit the showers to Chris Paul Jr.
Ooh. The kid?
Again.
The son?
Again.
Man, you gotta learn. You're gonna learn today.
You gotta learn.
You're gonna learn today.
You ain't got nothing. You wouldn't be here without her.
His daddy should have gave him an ass whooping after that game.
You wouldn't be here without her. You don't let nobody touch your mom.
You're right though, because you know what? I wouldn't have let that shit go as a kid because I was that kid. And
it was a kid that did it. It would be different if it was a grown man. It was a kid.
Right.
Hit the showers. Do something about that.
And Chris Paul, you hit the showers too if you ain't whoop his ass after that game.
No, Chris Paul, you hit the showers even more because you're focusing on his jump shot. Focus on raising an upstanding young man. And I'm not saying that his child isn't an upstanding young man. Right. But I'm saying in those situations it's where you need your child to stand upright the most.
Yeah.
You can't allow anybody to put hands on your mother or your grandmother.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are or what you think you're capable of doing.
My kids would snap right now, even at their ages. I know they would. They would trip.
And I'd kick them, but no, I'm just playing.
Little ankle biters.
Right? Yeah, I just kick them out the way, but.
Damn, where'd you go?
Nah, I love my babies. But you know what? That's what they supposed to do, regardless. And the fact that they know that now is good. You just gotta stop them from crying, and we in there.
Exactly. More ass. That's what that is. More ass. Timeouts and ass.
Stop being spoiled.
Yeah, that too. That part. That's to the grandparents.
Listen,
shout out.
That's mine as well. We just passed the crying stage.
Right.
But she didn't really have a crying stage. I can't stand her. I probably only heard her cry a few times in her life.
I'm about to say she was a good baby. We play on the game, kick it.
Yeah,
you know,
she didn't bother nobody. She didn't cry.
No.
She didn't do nothing.
Yeah, her Wendy's nuggets, bro. She was cool. That's
right.
What I'm saying. Learn from you. You keep forgetting. Shout out to Cliff for the one time because listen, I got to be around him hands-on when his daughter was a baby, and that nigga showed me how to do it. So shout out to you for giving me a.
Let them run wild.
Shit.
And wear themselves out.
Right.
Feed them and put them to sleep. That's how it goes. Wear yourself out.
Right.
I don't care what I gotta clean up. I don't care. Wear yourself out.
That's how I get. Fuck it. Right. Take a nap. Fall asleep.
I'll follow you and pick up all this bullshit. Just get yourself worn the fuck out.
That's what we did last night. Yeah.
Go to sleep and I'll be on the game.
Right. Night. Yep. Hey, hey,
We out
look,
this bitch, man. We'll catch y'all Wednesday. It's gonna
love
be a lot to
everybody.
talk about. NBA playoffs. I'm with
Hope
Mark.
you
Love
can-
everybody till they give
Love
you a
everybody.
reason not to, motherfuckers. We out here.
We out. I can look. Let me pull. You want me to pull up the stream?
It's not playing the music anymore, motherfuckers. I'll fix it next time. Have a good day.